Good morning. I hope y'all are doing well, and I hope you slept okay last night. So this week I'm going to be focusing a lot on insomnia, what it is, and the things that you can do to help get a better night's sleep. I do have my notes here. I'm going to clarify that right now because I've got a lot of information here and I do not remember it off the top of my head. So I'm going to be glancing over there. I'm sorry. I've tried to figure out if there was some other way I could set this up where it wouldn't look like, I have to look at my notes, but I do. But anyway, so what is insomnia and what are the symptoms of insomnia? It's a very common sleep disorder. A lot of people suffer and struggle with not getting a good night's sleep. It's very hard sometimes to just fall asleep, or you might fall asleep, but then you wake up a little while later and then you can't get back to sleep. And then sometimes people just don't sleep at all. People with insomnia will often feel very, very tired and foggy headed during the day. They have a hard time concentrating and staying on task. And so it's so important that we get a good night's sleep. There's two main types of insomnia. There's primary and there's secondary. Primary is not caused by another health condition, and it will typically last just a very short period of time. Secondary insomnia is caused by other things like hormonal changes and shifts, stressors, anxiety, trauma, all those kinds of things. And so that's really where most of us struggle because of life's, life events that keep us from sleeping. Maybe it's a relationship issue and you can't go to sleep because you're thinking about the issues with your relationship. But anyway, the symptoms could be just like I already mentioned, trouble falling asleep. You might wake up frequently during the night. You might wake up really early in the morning, and you probably feel very unrested after sleeping all night long, even though you didn't sleep. So treatment for insomnia is typically, we do this thing called sleep hygiene. So sleep hygiene means that you're going to have a routine every night before bed. And it's going to be the same thing. It's like brushing your teeth or washing your face. So before you go to bed, you're going to make sure that you don't drink a lot of caffeine, that you don't eat a lot of sugar, that you don't eat a heavy amount of food before sleep, that you don't drink excess alcohol. And you go to bed at the same time every night. You don't use your computer in bed at all. And they even recommend no TV in the bedroom either, because it's that light that emits through the screens that keeps your melatonin production from amping up. And melatonin obviously is what helps us sleep. It's an innate mechanism that our bodies have, and it can get messed up for whatever reasons. But the other thing, other than sleep hygiene, is using sleep aid medicine. We call these Z drugs. And an example of that would be Ambien, excuse me, Lunesta, Restoril, Belsomra is another one. So these are all medications that have been formulated to help you get to sleep. The only thing is there's lots of side effects with these meds. So, for example, you've heard of people that have gone out in their car and they've driven while they've been under the influence of Ambien, and they've gotten in a wreck, or something terrible's happened, or people that just eat. I had somebody tell me once that they were making a peanut butter sandwich in the middle of the night, but it actually ended up being peanuts, and they woke up in their bed with their bed full of peanuts and bread also. So Ambien is not a good medication. It's indicated for very, very, very short-term treatment of insomnia, and we're talking less than 2 weeks. So if you've been on Ambien for a long time, you need to reconsider your options. And I am speaking from experience because that was me. I was on Ambien for 12 years. And yeah, I was afraid to not have Ambien. Literally. I mean, I panicked if I was running out. And so I just kept going back for refills, and I kept getting refills. So for something that's only intended for 2 weeks turned into 12 years, that's pretty frightening. So for me, I have found sleep solutions in plant medicine, obviously, and The first way that I started using plant medicine was through essential oils, and that helped me wean off Ambien. But now I use a very specific regimen using cannabis and CBD, and now I sleep like a baby. So I'm going to finish here, and I'm going to try to do some more live videos this week, just kind of going into more in depth about why this works and why it might be an option for you. All right. You have a fabulous rest of your day.